Hello friends, in this tutorial we will write our first TypeScript Hello World program. So let's start. Open your Visual Studio Code IDE and click on it. Write your first program, name it app.ts. Here we will write a simple program. Here we will declare a variable name as message and its data type is string. Declaring of a variable in TypeScript is like this. So equal to sign and double quotes, and we will write hello world. This is our first variable and we will print it console.log and name of the variable. That's it. Control S. Now we will compile this program. Write TSC and name of your program. TSC is basically TypeScript compiler. It is used to compile your TypeScript program and generates a JavaScript file. So press enter. So it's compiled successfully. Here you can see a file app.js is created by TypeScript compiler. So when we see this JavaScript file, so here a simple variable is declared and this variable is printed. So in TypeScript there is some variation. Variable is declared like this, and in JavaScript variable is declared like this. So if we want to print this console.log message, we can type node and name of JavaScript file. Press enter and here you can see output message is hello world. So if you want to use this JavaScript file in your HTML file, you can use it like any other JavaScript file you use in HTML. So write here script and source equal to app.js. Control S and run this HTML file in your browser, and you can inspect it, and in console you can see here is a hello world program. So next we will study identifiers in TypeScript. Basically, identifiers are names given to elements in a program like variables, function, classes, etc. etc. Identifiers can include both characters and digits. However, the identifier cannot begin with the digit. So, for example, here we have a variable message. So let's start it with a digit. So here compiler is showing error because variable identifier, your variable name cannot be started with digits. The second rule is identifiers cannot include special symbols except underscore and dollar sign. For example, here is a message which is a variable name. We can start it with dollar sign or we can place underscore. But if we use hash, it will show a error because we can use only $sign and underscore as a special character with variable names. The third rule is identifier cannot be keywords. Let's suppose here we replace message with keyword this. So compiler is showing errors. Replace it with class, which is also a variable is a keyword. So compiler will show you a error. So we can say variables identifiers cannot be keywords. Keywords, uh, there are multiple keywords in TypeScript, so you can study them as yourself. Identifiers are case sensitive. For example, here we have a identifier message and we have another identifier which is message with capital M. So both these identifiers are different. Identifiers cannot contain spaces, like here we have a space, so this is invalid identifier because we cannot use space in identifiers. So in TypeScript we have two type of comments. This two forward slashes are used for single line comment and two forward slashes with static. This is a multi-line comment. So if you want a multi-line comment, you can use forward slash with static and static with forward slash. So the next topic is data types. In TypeScript we have multiple data types. So let's see first type, which is any. Actually any data type is used to store multiple data types. We can say it is a union of data types. For example, in this example we are storing in message hello world, but we can also store digits in message. We can also store Boolean values in this variable. But if I change data type any to for example number, in this case we cannot store Boolean values into a message because data type of the message is number. So we can say this variable is in restrict data type mode. But if we change it to any, in this case you can store any data into message variable. So the second type is built-in data types. In TypeScript there are multiple built-in types like number, string, boolean, void, null and undefined. So here we have another example of Boolean data type. In this case we are storing true in message variable. So similarly we can store number, and here we have to assign initial value is a number. Null actually represents an intentional absence of an object value, and undefined denotes value given to all uninitialized variables. For example, here we have a variable number, but we have not given any value to message. In this case let's print it ts sorry compile this code and run this app.js program. So here you can see we are getting undefined. Undefined means we have given no initial value to our message. So in JavaScript or TypeScript there is no integer data type. So let's talk about null and undefined. Uh, are they the same? No. Null and the undefined data types are often a source of confusion. Null and undefined cannot be used to reference the data types of a variable. Means to say, we cannot use a here undefined equal to string. Okay. Similarly, we cannot use null over here as a data type of message, but we can assign null or undefined. Let's take it any and assign a value null to it. In this case it will print null, means no value. A variable initialized with undefined means that the variable has no value, while null means that variable has been set to an object whose value is undefined. The third data types in TypeScript are user-defined data types. User-defined data types are actually types which are defined by the programmers, like classes, interfaces, arrays, or tuple. We will discuss user-defined data types in detail in our next videos. So thank you so much.